Hey everyone, this is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Penamish. From many locations in the southeast, the ski season ended with this warm spell. But there are a few locations, our northern resorts, that are still holding on to some snow, and we might get a little bit of natural stuff this weekend. In fact, current snow cover, obviously, we're completely melted down here in the Carolinas. Up in the Virginias and Western Maryland, there's a little bit of snow holding on and some decent conditions on a few of the runs. But here's what's interesting this weekend. We've got a little East Coast low that's going to crank up here in mid to late March. It'll start as a little bit of rain, but look what happens here as we go into Sunday. We're going to see some snow, likely at Snowshoe, up Canaan Valley, up towards Wisp, and maybe some heavy snow at that wet, heavy snow. And I'm not going to be shocked if Winter Place and even Beach and Sugar Mountain end up with a little bit of natural snow from this storm as it winds up and moves up the coast. So kind of a late season little storm. Quick look at that snowfall forecast. I think the snowfall forecast is probably underdone here because a lot of this is going to be wet, heavy snow. But you notice what's going on. Look at this. I mean, this is going to be interesting up here in Western Maryland and then down towards Snowshoe. We might get a foot of snow, wet, heavy stuff. This is that cement type snow that's going to be possible there. European model, same story here. This is going to go out a little bit farther, but notice the snow piling up there and even showing snow down into North Carolina. So we are going to get a late season storm here that could extend the season for some of us and maybe give us some decent conditions for another weekend or two, especially since it is going to be a weekend. It's going to be pretty chilly as well. Temperatures will be cold this weekend into early next week, but then another warm-up is going to start developing late next week before another little cool down heads our way next weekend. So the next two weekends actually don't look all that bad for maybe a little bit of spring skiing, especially up in West Virginia, Western Maryland. Rates are cheap. A lot of folks won't even think about going skiing, and hey, it's worth it. If you can get up there and make some runs on some decent snow and maybe some natural snow with some powder this weekend, take full advantage of it. It's always nice to get some spring storms like this and get some skiing in here in mid to late March. Hope you have a great weekend, and if you're thinking about spring already, good. But if you're also a skier, think snow, spring snow, especially up in West Virginia, and into parts of Maryland.